Welcome to another episode, everyone. Dwayne Keffe D Davis points the finger at P. Diddy for a hit on Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight. Keffe D has recordings right here where he sat down with the police. We're about to listen to this ourselves. And he tells the police in grand detail exactly what happened with him and P. Diddy. He says that P. Diddy and him met at a deli. And P. Diddy offered him $1 million to take care of Tupac. He says that at first, P. Diddy simply wanted Suge Knight dead and not Tupac, or he had not put a hit out on Tupac Shakur. P. Diddy, he had just put a hit out on Suge Knight. This is what Keffe D said, not me, in this recording. And of course, there are many reasons as to why he may want Suge Knight out of the way. You know, I believe P. Diddy's bodyguard, Wolf, or whatever, one of his people got killed out there, or one of Suge Knight's people, whatever, they had this beef going on. Suge Knight said what he said at the Source Awards, and the industry is deathly afraid of Suge marrying Knight at this time. All sorts of individuals are afraid of this man. So they want him out of the way. Then Keffe D says, when Tupac Shakur made the record, Hit 'Em Up, and dissed all of New York or whatever, dissed P. Diddy and Biggie and all that, and just came at them hard, that then they changed the bounty, changed the hit, or he, P. Diddy, not they, he, P. Diddy, changed the hit from Suge Knight to Suge and Tupac. Now take Tupac out too, since he came with this record, Hit 'Em Up, and dissed all of us. You know, he's sitting here wondering why we haven't responded and made a diss record, talking about we're quiet as a church house mouse. Well, no, we haven't responded because we want him dead. We're not playing this game. This not hip hop. This not no record. Take him out. This is what Keffe D said. Let's check it out, man. Now, you know, we've been covering the trial here on the Inside Story with me, Damian Porter. This is the BBC network. They're covering it too. Tupac was big everywhere. And let's listen to this recording, man, and see what Keffe D told these damn police.
He tells you, seriously, man, I need to get rid of these guys. I mean, he's looking at you in the eyes and he's like scared.
Yeah. He's scary, dude.
Still is, huh?
Yeah.
Now, when he asked about it, he always said both of them. When he said Suge mostly, or he just always talking both of them.
Yeah, when he had Boy on after he made the record.
And before that, it was the shit.
God damn it, they going all the way through it. Hold on, I'm finna read this stuff. I'm finna read this. I need to read all these recordings then.
Guys, I mean, he's looking at you in the eyes and he's like scared.
Yeah.
Okay, so this apparently is P. Diddy talking right here. Man, I need to get rid of these guys. I mean, he's looking at you in the eyes and he's like scared. Davis, yeah, he's scary, dude. Dupree, he still is, huh? Davis, yeah, Dupree. Now, when he asked about it, he always said both of them, or did he say mostly? Or he was always talking about both of them. Davis, yeah, well, he had both of them after he made the record. Before that, it was just Suge, yeah. And then Hit 'Em Up came. Okay.
He's scary, dude.
Still is, huh?
Yeah.
He's scary, dude. Like,
When he asked about it, he always said both of them. When he
okay. Yeah, well, he had both of them after he made the record. Before that, it was just Suge, yeah. And then after Hit 'Em Up came out, Davis, yeah, that pissed him off. Dupree. So he's like killed both of them. Yeah.
He said Suge mostly, or he just always talking.
Now, when he asked about it, he always said both of them, or did he say mostly, or was he always talking about both of them? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that pissed him off. Okay, so that's the same thing.
Yeah, when he had Boy on after he made the record.
And before that, it was just Suge.
Yeah.
And then after Hit 'Em Up came out,
Yeah, that pissed them off.
so he's like, kill both of them.
Yeah.
Now, there's a little bit of contradiction here because originally they ask him in the interview, how much money did you ask for? And he says, we wanted $1 million. But then later on, in the same interview, he claims that it was Sean Diddy Combs who brought up the sum of $1 million. And then he laughs about it, saying, you know, guys from the projects would have done this for $1,500. Like, I wouldn't have said $1 million. But we had that interaction that he claims took place between him and Sean Diddy Combs.
Who brought up the amount of $1 million?
Shit. He did.
Puffy did?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so he says, who brought up the amount of $1 million? Shit, he did it. Puffy did it? Yeah. Okay, so Keffe D says Puffy brought up the $1 million. Now he wants both of them dead, Tupac and Suge Knight. First, he just wanted Suge Knight dead, as we saw, as we heard. And then again, when the record Hit 'Em Up came out, that pissed them off. Keffe D says, and now they interjected, Tupac into the mix and says take him out as well. And that Puffy offered $1 million. As a reporter there said, there's a bit of contradiction here because on the one hand, here he said Puffy offered the $1 million or brought it up, but on the other hand, he said at another point that he asked for the $1 million. Okay, was it you, Davis? No, it wasn't me. Oh shit, I'm $1 million crosstalk. It's nothing out there. Shit, crosstalk 50. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Kading. Okay, so Greg Kading is in on that on this conversation. So he brought up the 1 million. Yeah, them project dudes will kill your ass for 1,500. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So basically, all right then, you guys here have to go to Vegas. Y'all had.
Was it you?
No, it wasn't me. I'm shit. $1 million. Yeah. Take for 50. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
So he brought up them $1 million.
Yeah. Them project dudes will kill your ass for 1,500.
Now, I'm going to say it probably a million times throughout this episode. Sean Diddy Combs has repeatedly denied any involvement in the death of Tupac Shakur. He's currently incarcerated on transportation for prostitution on 2 counts, and he was cleared of RICO and sex trafficking, but he's never been charged in relation with this murder, with this crime, and he has denied over the years. So Keffe D claims that he has that private one-on-one conversation with Sean Diddy Combs where he's offered money for this hit. And then it's communicated that that money will basically go through Eric Zip Martin, who was the kind of go-between between Sean Diddy Combs and Dwayne Keffe D Davis. He introduced them. We've heard about him a few times already. We heard about him actually from the beginning in opening statements. And then they ask him during the recording, did Biggie Smalls have anything to do with this? And Dwayne Keffe D Davis says, no, it was all Puffy. And then he begins to tell the story of what he says happened in Vegas on the 7th of September, 1996. He tells us a lot of stuff we've heard repeatedly throughout this trial. He says there is the altercation at the MGM where his nephew, Orlando Anderson, is being pretty brutally beaten by a large group of people. He says that he was at the MGM at that time. He was in the restaurant with some of his friends and his girlfriend. They'd been to the fight, but they all had tickets with separate seating, so they were split up. So they'd agreed to meet at this restaurant, and that is how Orlando Anderson became separated from them. He just couldn't find the group. Then he's attacked. They find out, and he says that the East Coast Crips and the New Yorkers who were there in town at the time were asking them, do you need any help with this? But he said, no, it's okay. We've got it. And then he has a conversation with Eric Zip Martin where he reveals that he actually has a gun. Keffe has made clear to investigators at this point that they didn't have any pistols, they didn't have weapons. But then Eric Zip Martin says, this is the perfect opportunity. So they meet up. Dwayne Keffe D Davis claims that when he arrives at the car of Eric Zip Martin, Foxy Brown is actually in the front passenger seat. He said she was wearing a pink outfit and she got out, he hopped in and he supplied him with the gun.
The brawl was in there first. Foxy Brown.
She was in?
She was in the car with him.
Okay.
And from there, it's an element of the story we have heard repeatedly from the prosecution. He is in the white Cadillac. They are driving.
She was in the car with him.
Let's read that. The brawl was in there first. Foxy Brown says Foxy Brown was in the car with Zip Martin. We've heard about Zip. He's one of the first individuals Keffe D was snitching on back in the days. She was in there. She was in the car with him, okay, and he told her, we need to have some business. So she got out, and I jumped in the car. He had a little secret compartment. The thing popped out. Kading, okay, let's work up to that real quick. So That's important. Speaker one, well, but he said that you were there. There was numerous conversations. The first one taking place in Anaheim, another one at Green Blatts. So he said that Zip Martin gave him the gun. That Orlando Anderson got separated from the people that he was with. That's how they caught him by himself, because they were going to a restaurant or something. Whatever, he got separated on his way to go meet up with his crew. That's how they caught him by himself and was able to stump him out. Of course, he wasn't just walking around the casino by himself. Or at that moment he was, but overall, no. And they caught, so they caught Orlando, did what they did. Now, they're saying, or Keffe D is saying, that Zip Martin told him this is the perfect opportunity to carry out the hit now. It's already a hit on Tupac, according to this, according to what's coming out in the trial, according to the defendant, Dwayne Keffe D. Davis. There is already a hit out on Tupac. It was first one on Suge Knight, and then it went into Suge and Tupac. All by P. Diddy, according to what we're witnessing here, according to what Keffe D is saying. If we take him at his word, then take it for what you will. This is what's coming out in the trial. And since there was already a hit out on Tupac by P. Diddy and his boy, P. Diddy's boy is Zip Martin. He's the go-between. He's giving Keffe D the money. P. Diddy's giving the money to Zip. Zip is supposed to get the money to Keffe D. Keffe D says that he never got his money. This is why Biggie Smalls ended up dead, supposedly. All sorts of stuff, obviously, is coming out. But according to Keffe D then, he's saying that they said, oh, okay, he jumped on your nephew. This is the perfect time. We could basically just make it look like it was over that. This is the perfect time to get him. It's not over that. I mean, that didn't help the situation. I'm sure your nephew's upset about that, and maybe his homies, maybe y'all want to do something or whatever. I don't know. But either way, this is the perfect opportunity, Keffe D says, that the man told him, Zip, this is the perfect opportunity. And then when the Foxy Brown is sitting in the car, told Foxy, get out the car so we can take care of some business. Keffe D sat in the car. Foxy Brown got out. He sat in. He opened up the compartment, gave him a gun, said, here you go. This is the perfect opportunity. This is what he just said. That this is how, this is crazy, that this is how Pac came up dead from P. Diddy offering $1 million. We heard him say that P. Diddy is the one that offered him the money to take Pac out because of the Hit 'Em Up record. They were that upset about that record. And then gave him the gun. So he gave you the gun for the killing? He gave you the gun that killed Tupac Shakur? Zip Martin coming from P. Diddy? They're going to get someone arrested before this trial is over. Who knows who? Because all kind of stuff is coming out about Biggie Smalls' murder, who all may have been involved in Tupac's murder. It still may never come out. It's still going to be what you believe. It's going to be hard to prove. They talking about Snoop Dogg has something to do with it. Suge Knight has something to do with it. P. Diddy has something to do with it. The Compton Police Department has something to do with it. They put it on everybody. Keffe D and his nephew. It's going to be who you believe are involved. What you believe really happened here. Can we even take this? This is just one man's word. As she said, P. Diddy has consistently denied any involvement in Tupac Shakur's murder. He has consistently denied any involvement whatsoever. I mean, what else is he going to do? Say, yeah, I did it? I mean, yeah, he's going to deny involvement, but there's no proof that he was involved. This can be just a made-up story. This can all be made up by Keffe D. Who else? I don't know of anyone else that has ever confirmed this story. You know, like Zip Martin, they got him caught up in something. Yeah, he gave me $1 million to pay him. Or P. Diddy or somebody in P. Diddy's camp broke down. Yeah, that happened. P. Diddy wanted Pac dead and Suge. The only person I think I've ever heard say this is Keffe D. So, and he's the one accused, not P. Diddy. He's the one accused. So does he have a reason to say this? But of course, he said this back in the days. This recording is from 2006, something like that. He was not arrested at that time. Not even close. So, but at the same time, I don't know. You all let me know what you think in the comments. There you have it right there. I believe that's all of the recordings. Keffe D, Dwayne Keffe D Davis, speaking with the police, saying that they provided him with the gun, they being, or him, Zip Martin, sent by P. Diddy. Gave him a gun that killed Tupac. On that night, told him this is the perfect opportunity, and they owed him $1 million. He never got his money. So P. Diddy offered you $1 million and then didn't pay you? That's nothing to him. He want to keep his name out of everything, keep everything going smooth. Hey, just get this man his money so that I'm in no danger. If he killed Tupac, he killed me. Over $1 million, not paying him his money. Let me give him his, I got to come to California again at some point. Let me give him his money, this $1 million. That's what the hit I put out. That's what the deal was. So to eliminate any potential problem, to eliminate him snitching on me, to eliminate him trying to do something to me later on, him trying to do something to Biggie Smalls, or what have you, when he goes to Cali. Instead, you don't give him the money, and then all of this happens. I don't know. Again, so far that I can see, you all can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I may be, but from my recollection, I don't recall anyone else giving this story other than Keffe D about P. Diddy offering him $1 million. No one else, from Keffe D's side, from P. Diddy's side, no one else said, yeah, that happened, that I know of. But as I said, I could be wrong, correct me, because y'all may say, no, so-and-so gave an interview and he said the same thing back in the days or whatever, I don't know. So there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Keffe D, the defendant in the Tupac murder trial, here in these recordings, saying that P. Diddy wanted Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur dead. First, he just wanted Suge Knight dead. Then after the record hit him up, came out, he wanted both of them dead, offered him $1 million to do it, then gave him the weapon or had someone give him the weapon to get it done. And then he never got his money. This is what he said. Let me know what you think in the comments. All sort of stuff coming out in the Tupac trial. Perhaps by the time it's over, we'll know what actually happened. Maybe not. Maybe we never will, because there's so many things coming out. They can't prove all of this. It can't be every damn body involved. So somebody's being lied on, somebody being snitched on. Or maybe it can be so many people involved that wanted the man dead. They putting it on Snoop, Suge, P. Diddy, the police. Maybe they all did want him dead. Who knows, man? Shit is crazy. Rest in peace, Tupac Shakur. Stay safe and stay free, people.